Hello, student. Today, a very important topic, that is cash flow statement. I am going to discuss with all of you. So, keep watching till the final slide of this video. Before discussing the cash flow statement, I would like to ask some questions like that. Identify business activities which can generate cash for business. Secondly, identify the activities in which a business use their cash. These two activities are very important because whenever we are able to identify these activities exactly, then there will be no problem. If we are unable to identify these activities, then there may be the problem in preparing cash flow statement. So now we will discuss the different activities through which a business generate the cash, that is cash received from sale of goods and rendering services, cash received from commission, interest, dividend, fees, cash received from debtors and bills receivable, cash received from sale of old assets, cash received from sale of investment, cash received from issue of share and debenture, cash received from bank in form of loan, etc., cash received from insurance claim, and cash received from loans and advances recovered. These are the mainly activities through which a business generate cash. Now the activities in which a business use its cash paid for purchase of goods and services. This is the main activities, operating activities of the business. Payment of wages and salary to employees, again it is the part of operating activities. Payment of creditors, suppliers and bills payable. Whenever business made payment to these creditors, suppliers and bills payable, that is the use of cash, outflow of cash. Cash paid for purchase of fixed assets and investment, cash paid for payment of income tax, cash paid for other expenses of business, cash paid for lump sum of debenture, cash paid for repayment of loans, and cash paid for interest and dividends. These are the main activities, main transactions where a business use its cash. Now the meaning of cash flow statement. After discussing the various activities of cash inflow and outflow, now we are able to easily understand the meaning of cash flow statement. Cash flow statement is that a statement which shows inflow and outflow of cash and cash equivalent during the period, that is between two balance sheet. The two period balance sheet, basically two period balance sheet, we have to keep in mind. We take the all the assets and liabilities to consider in the cash flow statement of the 2-year balance sheet. Whatever changes took place in form of inflow and outflow of cash, that is considered under the cash flow statement. So we have to keep in mind the two balance sheet. Cash flow statement is basically prepared according to the accounting standard third revised. Earlier the format was different, but at present, according to cash flow accounting standard third, cash flow statement is prepared, that is also known as the revised. Now the three activities are taken into cash flow statement. The main first is cash flow from operating activities, second cash flow from investing activities, and third is cash flow from financing activities. We all consider all these three activities in cash flow statement. Now the objectives of cash flow statement, for what purpose we prepare the cash flow statement. The first and the very important objective of cash flow statement to ascertain the sources of cash from operating, investing and financing activities. All these three activities which are taken into cash flow statement, that is taken to know the how much cash is received from these three activities. The second objective is just opposite of these three activities, that is to ascertain Application of cash and cash equivalent under operating, investing and financing activities. Now the last objective is to ascertain net change, overall change. Net change means overall change in cash and cash equivalent, being the difference between receipt and payments, that is sources of cash and application of cash under operating, investing and financing activities between two dates of the two balance sheet. This is the ultimate purpose of cash flow statement. We consider all these investing, operating and financing activities. Now, the definition of key terms used in the cash flow statement. Many times we speak these key terms, so we have to keep in mind what is the meaning exactly contains in cash flow statement. Cash means cash in hand and cash at bank, that is also known as the demand deposit with banks. Cash equivalent, the second very important term which is used every time in the cash flow statement, that is cash equivalent. These are the short term highly liquid investment that can be readily convertible into cash in very short period of time. Mainly the time is considered 3 months or less. Means these assets can be easily converted into cash within 3 months. That is considered as cash equivalent. For example, current investment, marketable security, treasuries bill, commercial paper, etc. Now the cash flow. Whenever we say cash flow, it means inflow and outflow both in cash and cash equivalent item. Now, importance of cash flow statement. If we see the few last year's CBSE examination paper, board exam, in that the first two question from part B of accountancy asked from the cash flow statement. In that mainly objectives, one objective of cash flow statement or one importance of cash flow statement is basically asked. Now the first importance is short term planning. Cash flow statement is very helpful in short term planning of cash for the business. Now the second objective is cash flow helps in assessing liquidity and solvency. Liquidity, maintenance of liquidity is very important for a business organization, because on the basis of availability of cash liquidity, a business makes various commitment to the different stakeholders or different suppliers, creditors. So it is very helpful for this purpose. The third importance is efficient cash management. Cash flow statement also help in efficient cash management. Finance manager is able to manage the sufficient cash and utilize it in the best possible manner with the help of cash flow statement. Next is comparative study. With the help of cash flow statement, management can compare the inflows and outflow of cash from the different activities in the two periods. Next is reason for cash position. What are the various reasons behind the changes of cash inflow and outflow that can be easily assessed with the help of cash flow statement? So this is again one importance of cash flow statement. Evaluate management decision. The next importance, the decisions of management can be easily evaluated with the help of cash flow statement. If sufficient inflow of cash is available from the different activities like operating, investing and financing activities, then we can say that management is very efficient and able to manage the cash. The last importance is dividend decision. It is a very important decision from the point of view of any company or organization. because dividend is given to the shareholders time to time during the year and at the end of year. So before taking the dividend decision, a finance manager have to keep in mind the availability of cash. So cash flow statement here helps to give information about the availability of cash. If sufficient cash is available, then business organization declare higher rate of dividend. If less cash is available, then lower rate of dividend is declared. So these are the various importance of cash flow statement which help the business organization in the different aspect. Now some review questions are here which may ask from these points, like what is meant by cash flow statement. Before last year this question was asked, so it is very easy to explain the cash flow statement meaning. What is cash item? This is also a very important question from the point of view of 1 marks question. Again, what is the cash equivalent items? Next is state two objectives of cash flow statement. State any two example of inflow of cash. State any two examples of outflow of cash. These are the various questions which are basically asked from in CBSE examination. The last two questions. These last two questions may be asked in the two different way. Directly it may be asked. So dear student, keep in mind sometimes numerical questions are given from these questions, and it is asked from your side to calculate the inflow or outflow of cash from the operating, investing or financing activities. So before solving this question, you have to very careful to identify the inflow and outflow activities of the given activities in the question. Accordingly, calculate inflow and outflow of cash. Now we will discuss about the previous year's question. Now, the first question from 2015 CBSE board examination. That the question is given, which of the following transaction will result into flow of cash? Here 4 options are given. Now one by one we will discuss the activities. Cash withdrawn from bank. Basically this activity is here no result of inflow or outflow because it is cash item, so this is not the answer. The second one is issue of 20,000 9% debentures for the vendor of machinery. Again this is no flow of cash because shares debentures are issued for the vendors of machinery, so it is the issue of debenture for consideration other than cash. So again its result is no flow of cash. Now the last is deposited check of rupees 10,000 into bank. Again it is the cash item, so there is no flow of cash. Now the third option is received 19,000 from debtors. This is the inflow of cash. So the correct answer is third option, that is received rupees 19,000 from debtors. Now what was the CBSE answer suggested? Here we will see the CBSE answer. CBSE has suggested the answer received rupees 19,000 from debtors. Okay, we have already discussed this. Now the 2016, the question is give the meaning of cash flow statement as I asked in the review question. This was asked earlier examination. The cash flow statement meaning was asked. It was very easy. The second one is An enterprise may hold securities and loans for dealing on trading purpose. Be careful, for dealing on trading purpose, in which case they are similar to inventory acquired specifically for resale. Is the statement correct? Cash flow from such activities will be classified under which type of activity while preparing cash flow statement? Dear student, in such question, first you have to clarify whatever activities is given, whatever transaction is given, that is correct according to the case or not. So first you have to write yes or no. Then you have to identify the type of activity in which it will be taken into the cash flow statement. So the first line of the question, be careful, dealing or trading purpose. And again, inventory acquired specifically for resale. These 2 points will help you to identify the activities. Okay, so be careful here. So this is the your answer will be yes, and it will be taken into the operating activities because it is a part of activities belongs to the operating activities. Trading purpose means buying and selling of securities is the main activities that belongs to the operating activities. So now we will see the CBSE answer. CBSE has given the answer. Cash flow statement shows inflow and outflow. We have already discussed. So it is very easy to answer. Now the second question answer is yes. First we have to write the statement is correct, yes or no, and then the activity will be operating activities. Okay. Now the in 2017 in 1 marks question, it was asked normally what should be the maturity period for a short-term investment from the date of its acquisition to be qualified as cash equivalent. I have already told you in the key terms of cash flow statement, that is cash equivalent item. We have already told you the time period, that is 3 months. So the answer will be the maximum maturity period is 90 days or 3 months. Okay. Now the next question is state the primary objective of preparing a cash flow statement. In objective, there are 3 main objectives: to know the inflow of cash from operating, investing and financing activities, to know the outflow of cash from investing, operating and financing activities, and that is to net changes in cash and cash equivalent between two balance sheet. That is the primary objective. So you can write any one of the objective. Okay. Now in 2018, state the primary objective of preparing cash flow statement. Again, this question was repeated in 2018. The answer is same. Okay. And the next is interest received and paid is considered as which type of activity by a finance company while preparing a cash flow statement. The nature of company is finance company, so interest received or paid is the main activity of the company, so it will be the part of operating activities. So the answer will be operating activity. Okay, now we have discussed the questions from 2015 to 2018. So accordingly we have to prepare for 2019 exam in the same pattern, so we can able to give answer easily from 1 marks question asked by CBSE. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.